Hey guys, what's up? It's Aubrey out here with another video. So this is my 10th grade memories video. So let me start off by saying I was in 10th grade when I was in 10th grade in 2010. Continue off with trend of whatever year it was, that's whatever grade I was in. All I remember about 10th grade was I wasn't as nervous because it was the same school, along the same line of teachers, whatever. My favorite class in 10th grade was probably, as it academically goes, probably, like, English. My favorite book we read in 10th grade was probably The Princess Bride. I used to hate that movie just because it was obsessively long, but when we read the book and watched the movie consecutively within each other, it was great. And it's actually funny because when we read The Princess Bride, I got so into it, I would read ahead multiple times, and so every quiz we would take on each chapter, we'd be taking like a quiz on like chapter 1, and I'd be on like chapter 10 or more when we hit that. And so my teacher would send me out to the hallway where the kids who don't normally do their homework, hence reading the book, I'd be sent to where they were to take my quiz with the book. I was very lucky. However, the full test that we took, I had to take that like everybody else, which was fine. I understand that. I got very, very lucky. My teacher was very nice and let me take the quizzes out in the hall with the book in hand, though. My favorite class that wasn't academic was probably mythology. I've always loved the idea of mythology, and we touched very loosely on it in 7th grade history, but I just wanted to stay on that thing. I love the idea of goddesses and gods and a little community where they all exist, which is weird because I don't like the movie Hercules. Don't come for me, I'm just saying. But I just love the idea, and I'm so happy that my school actually had a class that was just for mythology, which is amazing, and that was my first time. That was the first time I got to watch Wizard of Oz in my high school career. I got to watch it twice. 10th grade, mythology was the first time. I got to watch The Wizard of Oz twice in my high school career, which is one of my favorite movies. If you go way back on my channel, you'll find out. You'll find a video saying one of my favorite movies, and it's all about The Wizard of Oz. I'm just saying. My least favorite class? Probably biology, and that was like the worst because I'm not usually a science person, and there were other reasons why I liked 9th and 11th grade science better, but I just hated science and biology actually, like as a whole. It wasn't the teacher, it wasn't the students, it was just I purely am not a smart person when it comes to science and stuff. Like I said, I did like 9th and 11th grade science for different reasons, but biology I just didn't do well with. And that was like the first time I had to dissect something. Okay, that's not true. When I was in 5th grade, I had to dissect owl pellets. This time we had to dissect a pig. A pig. I'm saying these were unborn pigs that were probably about this big. And we had to dissect them. And my teacher said to me, he goes, oh, you did a really good job. And I go, and I'm sitting there saying, I didn't do any of it. Like, I sat there miserable because I didn't want to dissect it. I didn't use dissecting tools. I didn't put gloves on. I think I wrote down the info and that was it. And then he was fine with that. I was like, I'll take the compliment though. Like, if I can get a good grade, I'll take it. But also, I had to take an extra biology class as it was because we were doing MCAS. And since I had trouble in biology, I had to take a whole extra class called Foundations in Biology. So I took one in 10th grade and I took one in 11th grade. This one was 10th grade. The only good thing was about the 10th grade one was the teacher who taught it was my regular biology teacher. Which, okay, this is what I hated about this. So every other day we had 4 classes each day. Every other day I would have biology and foundations in biology on the same day. So I would have to go to biology class, go all the way to my homeroom, come all the way back to my biology class. I wish I could have just stayed there. That was a total waste of my time to go to biology, go to the other side of the school, and then go back to my biology classroom. And then I find out after, the year after I took my second foundation biology, my favorite teacher taught it. And I was like, I know this sounds so bad. I'm like, why can't I just feel biology in class one more time? It's fine, though. It's fine. Safe to say, I didn't do well on the MCAS because I had to take foundation biology the next year as well, but yeah. We'll get to that when we get to 11th grade memories. But yeah, 10th grade was not really it was nothing special. It was nothing special and it was nothing monumental. It was just a normal year. Oh, that's right. My homeroom teacher, he always wants his homeroom students to take one of his classes if he gets along good with them. If you're one of the kids he doesn't really get along good with, he's like whatever. But if you take one of his classes, you become one of his favorites. So I took one of his classes, Basic Media. I did not do the best in it, but I tried my best, and he still ended up, being one of my favorite teachers I had. Despite me not doing well in his class, he was still one of the nicest teachers I had and one of the better teachers of that. We did some funny stuff in Basic Media, but it wasn't my favorite. No disrespect to if you like Basic Media or whatever, or you have a class like that, it just wasn't my favorite forte. Like I said prior, my favorite elective was mythology. I do want to say 10th grade math was better. I just can't for the life of me remember who I had for 10th grade math. I don't remember. That's horrible. I remember every other teacher I had. I do remember I did love my gym teacher. She was so cool, and she was new, and she took us on a field trip once. There was a trail behind my high school where you would go down and you end up at this pond, and she didn't know that we were supposed to have permission slips signed. She just thought it was free reign, and we all took a trip down there. That technically wasn't supposed to be allowed. It's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna ignore that. But no, she was really awesome. Again, we had to write notes to our favorite teacher, and nobody wrote her a note. I was sick that day. I was sick the day that the letters were supposed to be written and sent out. I remember 9th grade, I believe I did. 9th grade, I sent one to my science teacher. This was a thing in the school. You had to write a note to your favorite teacher at the end of the year. I'm just saying, before you think this is super weird, it's not. 9th grade, I did it to my science teacher. 10th grade, I missed it. 11th grade, I'll get to that. In 12th grade, I don't even remember writing a letter to our favorite teacher. If we did, And if we did, I think I have a feeling I know who I sent it to, but I could be wrong. Maybe seniors, we don't have to do it because we are seniors, but ninth grade, I know I did it to my science teacher that I had ninth grade and 10th grade. I would have done it to my gym teacher. I was just sick the day that we did them. But yeah. 10th grade history. 10th grade history, that's what I want to get to. Worst class ever. Okay, started out like any other normal class. Great. What happened? We started going to these we had so many of us going to the bathroom because all of us hated that class that our teacher put my class in lockdown. We were not allowed to go to the bathroom. We were not allowed to go anywhere unless we had a pass or if someone called from the office. I had a meeting for my IEP little meeting with teachers and my mom every year, except senior year. Well, we still had one, but it was more going to what are you gonna do in college, blah blah. But I'm supposed to just go down there, tell my teacher, hey, blah blah blah. Usually that would be okay. He was not going to let me go unless he got a call. So I'm supposed to be down there because that's what they told me. They go, just come down. They had a call. I think they probably ended up calling their office, and then they ended up calling them, my teacher, and he was like, yeah, okay, go. I was so upset that he wasn't letting me go. Good news is, though, that day that I had the IEP meeting, I begged my mom. I go, Mom, please, can you take me home early? Just so I didn't have to survive my little history lockdown. She did. She took me home early. I was so happy. But I'm not saying it was all bad. All we did in history class for 10th grade was he would write notes on the board, and then we just had to copy them down so we could talk amongst ourselves. That was probably the best part of 10th grade history. I can't remember anything about math though. I don't know why. I know I took math all 4 years. I just don't remember who my teacher was. I did, however, take a drama class, and that worked out good because one of my besties was in my drama class with me, so that was really fun. And we got to talk to each other, and we've known each other since we were in brownies. So we had a really good time in drama class, and I remember each year seniors do pranks, hence the senior pranks in high schools. And this year the seniors did, they had one guy dressed up as a banana and the other guys dressed as monkeys or gorillas, and they ran through the school all day through the halls, and we got first-hand experience because we saw it go through the hall when I was in drama. I mean, what other 10th grader gets to see that? But I do remember I had to do my first romantical scene, and the guy who I had to do the scene with was and this sounds rude, but was one of the nerdy guys. That was the first time I was traumatized by having to do a romantic scene. The other torturous thing comes in college, but I'll tell you about that later when I get to the college years. But yeah, I had a pretty normal second year of high school, good year of high school. It was a good year. It was nothing special, but it was nothing horrible either. Alright, so I know this is a little all over the place. 10th grade kind of just comes with a grain of salt. I must have blocked some of it out for a reason, Alright, well anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Peace out. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.